When we observe from the unconditional, ever-expanding awareness point of view, we can perceive human consciousness has a certain function of energy. Each of the being has unique configuration of energy, which is expression of the infinite one, one consciousness. This human consciousness, we usually identify with this consciousness as self, has a significant role, function within awareness, souls that we are, true self. We heard that human, which is one of the life form, has a unique ability which is called self-awareness. When we say minerals are consciousness, and plants and animals are movement of the consciousness which experience growing, and this human has self-awareness. Human has thinking ability. Emotions occur according to the stream of thoughts. In order to function these thoughts, body, emotion harmoniously and bring out best of their abilities, is to access to being, which is pure form of a vibration. In order to do that, utilizing self-awareness, aware yourself as awareness. In other words, give your portion of consciousness to, portion of your attention to, inner self, deeper consciousness, rather than give full attention to thoughts and things and stuff. In other words, surface mind, physical mind, because this surface mind is deeply conditioned by perception based on the judgment, making something wrong. This is quite hindrancing and distraction to make this human consciousness to be fully functioned. This surface consciousness, physical mind, is created for the special reason. This consciousness can be a great device of creating more of love and wisdom in unique way through expanding awareness. And actually, even though whether this human consciousness is realized or not, unique creation is already happening always, which is never be ceased. Because just being existing as a human being here and now itself is already a contribution for all. Yet, when each of the human consciousness be aware of true self and expanding their awareness, infinite one that we are can able to have blissful experience and beautiful expression as human being. This human consciousness give attention to here and now, truth of their being. This human consciousness can be positioned as it meant to be, which is center of the universe, which fulfill human part of us to function properly, harmoniously, amazingly. In order to this physical mind to function well is to know its role, which is being aware of yourself through contrast. Because this human part of us is experiencing realm of time and space, realm of physicality, which perceive duality, so that this can experience different vibrations. This can experience contrast, especially contrast of limitation and unlimited, which is contrast of surface self and true self. All these different things and stuff, situations, are nothing but a vibration. It's a contrast of the vibration, variety of the infinite one. To know itself, to know what is that meaning of infinity. Through the contrast of surface mind and the deeper consciousness that we are, human experience will be enriched and joy and bliss will be expanded. Therefore, we can realize that devastating thing is self-contradiction is to totally what we are taught as a truth, even though they are relative idea of duality. And all those conditions are meant to be a material for expansion, another greater creation through awareness, of who we are. What human consciousness needs is to give more acknowledgement to deeper knowing, deeper consciousness, truth of our being, rather than give full attention to what we think we are. In other words, giving full attention to surface mind, thinking mind. Through acknowledgement and giving attention to deeper knowing, deeper consciousness, healing energy that is nature of ourself, which is love and wisdom, itself heals lack and not enoughness of the energy came from conditioned mind. When this human consciousness give attention to more of their true being, inner knowing, clarity will be arised, which is not the mental concept, which is energy. And this energy inspires our thoughts, inspiration, imagination, mental body and emotional body, and physical body too. Make everything, this physicality, function as it meant to be, so that let this physical perception can be used as a tuner of the vibration. Through giving attention to more of deeper consciousness, thoughts, body, emotions are aligned. Therefore, human part of us, no need to try to think or choose or anything. Just give more attention to the awareness that we are, deeper consciousness, true being, through here and now. Then we can receive all the guidance, wisdom and inspiration and thoughts. And this energy itself make action. So this human consciousness's primarily role is choosing vibration. In other words, being aware of yourself, giving attention to your being. Whenever something this body contradicted or feel some kind of negative emotion, it is a sign that this human consciousness is overloaded, doing something unnecessary, which means misaligned with yourself. Therefore, all you have to do is when you're aware of some kind of negative feeling or contradiction in our body, we can relax our surface mind and center ourselves. In other words, give attention to the being and expand awareness and relax into the presence. Relax into the natural state of our being, which is beyond time and space, only reality, eternal now. And this presence, truth of our being, life itself is right now, right here, ever expanding and wanted to express through you as you, wanted to emerge through you as you. Infinite intelligence is speaking here and now. Therefore, this human part of us can be just open and willing to it, because it's actually your heart desire. Our heart desire, which is one desire, which is more of love and light, more of expression of life. And as a person experiencing this physical realm, time and space experience, can be fulfilled because it, Infinite One, can fulfill its purpose. It can fulfill each of the individual's soul theme uniquely, beautifully, magnificently. So we can thrive to be aware of more of ourselves, and first we can neutralize ourselves so that our deeply conditioned mind can be healed, especially called judgment, something you perceived as wrong pushed against. We can remember that whenever that kind of contraction happens, it is time to be aware of yourself. It is a calling from love that you are to come back and be aligned and perceive and receive love that you are, perception of love and wisdom, so that actually whatever you think it's wrong and wanted to eliminate was actually a gift from love, gift of love. Because everything is I am. Nothing arises separated from you. Therefore, whenever you pushed against is you are contradicting yourself. Let this surface mind to enjoy the variety, aware the contrast, and bring them into knowing, inner being, love and wisdom, and integrate them. But all those processes are so simple. Just give your attention to here and now and expand awareness. And let wisdom and love flow through you as you. We don't really need to make something wrong and pushing against it. Because after all, highest intelligence, highest wisdom that you are, is orchestrating. Therefore, best thing for human consciousness can do is to giving acknowledgement to truths of your being. Insisting whatever perception is right is totally arrogance. That is something that we can always remember of. Perception, words, whatever thoughts, conception is nothing but a pointer for the infinite one, absolute truth, which cannot be explained by words or concept. All the words and concept and perceptions are already validated because it exists, and they are nothing but helping for each of us to be aware of greater intelligence, which everything integrate into greater good. Greater intelligence that I am is making everything complement each other and bring out greater good. Therefore, human part of us can just ease and relax and letting go of the arrogance by acknowledging the one, true self, which is never be defined, which is ever expanding awareness, and allow this human part tune into the tune of our essence and receive inspiration and guidance moment by moment.